Hey guys, Natalia Schneimler here. I help boy moms have a better relationship with their sons and themselves by teaching them the tools how to manage their mind so that when anything comes up in life, they know exactly how to take care of themselves and their kids. Hey guys, how's it going? How's your summer going? My summer's going so well. We are having lots of water skiing for the kids. My big boys and I just saw a movie, Mission Impossible, yesterday, and it was the best. They're still at the age where they are snuggling me, and we sat in the two comfy chairs, and I was right in the between of them, and it was just the sweetest of moments. So I really hope you're having one of those sweet moments with your kids and just having all the memories this summer. So as I was doing all my parenting the last little bit, I noticed that I was struggling less in some areas, and I know exactly why. It's thanks to my friend Kathy, who told me the story, which I'm going to share with you today because it will help you as well. Okay. So this story is kind of like a parable, or it's like a wise teaching of how you could think of things so that you are struggling less in your life with mundane tasks. And parenting and raising kids is a lot of tasks that repeat themselves, right? So Kathy told me the story, so I'm going to share it with you now, and then we can talk about how it is how it can change your parenting, every day-to-day parenting. So Kathy told it to me, and she said, I was on a trip to Europe, and I was in Italy. And by the way, hi, Kathy. Thanks for the story. So she said, I'm walking in Italy, and I see there's a construction site. So I'm walking on the street, and I walk up to the first person, and I ask them, what are you doing? And the first person says, I am laying bricks. Okay, she says. She keeps walking and she sees the next person working on the construction site, and she asks them, what are you doing over here? And the next person says, well, I am building a wall. She says, okay, thank you. And then she keeps walking and she comes upon the next person who's working at the construction site, and she asks him, what are you doing over here? What's your job? And he says, I am building the most beautiful cathedral that ever stood in Rome and Italy in the whole world. And that is what I am creating right now. So that's the end of the story. And each one of these men was doing the exact same job. Maybe I didn't tell the story right, but all of these three men were laying bricks. They're laying bricks, but each one of them had a very different way they were looking at what they were doing. The first person was just seeing that they're laying bricks. And that would create a specific feeling, right? If the next person is thinking, okay, I'm creating a wall, that would feel different for him when he's thinking that, right? How would that feel for you? I want you to imagine, right? And then when you come upon the third person who is also laying bricks, but his thought is, I'm creating the most beautiful cathedral that ever stood. Now that would create a very different feeling from the other two guys, right? So as I heard that story, of course, I was inspired to really see that the power of thought does have an impact on how we feel about things, even though all of us are laying bricks. So take that to your parenting style and how you can look at what you're doing every day. So for me, as I saw it play out in my parenting, is back, I don't know when back, but back in moments before this story, I remember getting frustrated and only seeing the tiny moment in that day, whether the kids are fighting and I have to split them up, or brushing teeth, or something super mundane that you have to do every day for a gazillion children. And I would only see that as brushing teeth or as splitting up a fight. And now, as I have had the perspective change, I see, and now my brain can no longer go back to being the same. I now see it's not only laying the brick. I'm not only brushing teeth. I'm not only splitting up a fight. And I'm not only building the wall, which is building the habit of having clean teeth. I am actually building a cathedral, which would be I'm preparing for boys to be independent in the world, to take care of themselves, to be prepared for anything that comes up, to really know how to take care of themselves and how to think about life so that they can manage themselves in life. And that feels big, right? That feels like it takes up all of my life, and that feels like a big, beautiful mission, goal, purpose to me, right? So that, having seen those perspectives has changed my attitude towards little tasks. For example, this morning, this is how I noticed it, was this morning when two of my boys came whining to me about some whatever thing that they were fighting about. My reaction to it was not one of annoyance. I wasn't annoyed as I usually was. But I saw that as an opportunity to have a conversation with them. Also, thanks to Kathy for really putting these words into my head, which is have an opportunity to have a conversation, which is such an amazing sentence that you can apply to anything raising children. Everything can be an opportunity to have a conversation. So I saw that opportunity and I went for it. And I thought, you guys want to do this? Let's do this. I have a lot of wisdom I can tell you about, and almost kind of like I'm going to bore you to death with my lecture, but I also do believe that everything I say to them and I tell them is recorded in their brain and is stored as a template of how things should be, and they will hear it. Maybe they will not act upon it, but they will listen to it, hear it, record it, and it will be operating in their software of their brain. So I approached it as a way to talk to them about the bigger picture and how this is a relationship that they have to learn to manage. They have to learn how to be together, and because this is something that will last them a lifetime, on and on and on, right? So I really am enjoying parenting so much more because of that story. So that's why I wanted to share with you guys, because you too can have that shift and kind of zoom out. I love the term zoom out, because really that's what really happens when we have a change in perspective, because we are relieved from the mundane thinking, mundane feeling. We're relieved from the frustration and feeling like this is all for nothing, and we forget why we're doing this. And zooming out and having the perspective of I'm building a beautiful cathedral is something that will easily fuel your everyday actions, decisions, and parenting, and really make it so much more pleasant for you. And not only does it make my life better, but I'm doing a better job at parenting when I'm thinking this way. And when I'm thinking this way, I am no longer telling my boys what to do, per se. I am telling them how to think. And when I teach them how to think about relationships, the thinking will take care of the actions on its own. So I don't even need to tell them what to do, but I need to just install the kind of thinking that I want for them of how to take care of relationships. So when I do that, it's kind of like having insurance that the actions, they will take care of the actions on their own, whatever will be appropriate, but they have to figure out their own actions based on these guidelines. So it's way easier to parent bigger kids, even little kids. I can even talk, 7-year-olds, right? They're like middle kids. So this is why I want you to really try this on for yourself and figure out what is it you're trying to do with your kids, with your son. You're trying to prepare them for life, teach them how to think, teach them how to take care of themselves, teach them how to take care of people around them, how to behave in social situations, on and on and on. So I love this story. And it's just another example of how when you hear an idea, it is a seed that is planted in your mind, and the fruits of it are ready for you later. This is exactly what happened with me here, because I heard that story and it did kind of wow me a little bit. And I saw the implications in how we can think about mundane, like daily things. But really seeing the fruits of that seed today was so exciting. So exciting, because I no longer have to be trying to change, how I'm frustrated with the kids or when I'm frustrated. I can just rely on my mindset of the big thing that I'm trying to achieve here. I'm raising men who are capable and are self-sufficient and are taking care of themselves. And I just need to guide them on how to do that. Okay, guys, this is such life-changing, parenting-changing stuff. I would love to know how this bears fruit in your life. Please let me know if you have any struggles, or if you hear this and you do understand and you apply it in your life and you're still struggling. This is what I'm here for. We can always uncover blocks in your life because they're always in your head. You can just come talk to me and we'll see that block right away. We'll see what's standing in your way between you and your big vision, your big purpose with your children. Of course, you can do that by coaching. This is why I'm inviting you to sign up for coaching and really experience that on your own life. You can always go to my website, www.coachingnatalia.com. Go to sign up for a free mini session, and I would love to help you feel really excited about your parenting, feel like you know exactly what you're doing, and everything is easy. Okay, guys, have a wonderful week. I love you all so much. Bye.